YouTube. Hello and welcome to what will be Black Budget, but I'm halfway through a game with Megapod. Well, not halfway, probably further. Closer towards the end, but it was going quite well, so I thought I would keep it going. So that's what we're doing, really. I've just, like, got basically everything that I would... kind of everything I wanted. Like, I didn't end up with as much luck as I would have wanted, but... in general, it's quite a good game with me. So I am just plowing through it. Okay. To see... yeah, I didn't get any of the cards, like, early enough, which is kind of annoying. But I am level 157, which, for me, is pretty high. I know people who do this game properly. You know, who go for world records. That's nothing. But we've maxed out on XP, so it's really a kind of case of time now. Oh, that's quite good. That's going to give me a lot of extra health, I think. I could go fight the boss, like, if I wanted to. Yeah, just leveling up so much. So much. There's a bunch of chests in the middle that I think I'm going to try and get to. Like, why not, right? Oh, I should have gone for luck then. So I'm like, I'm in the end game bit. Like, I haven't actually fought the boss on this. Oh, I'm glad you liked the thumbnail. Thank you. I was worried it was a bit plain, but I'm glad you liked it. I did spend a while on it. I probably shouldn't be starting the stream with Megabonk, because I know this will put people off. Megabonk's so addictive. Should be everything I hate in a game, but instead... what was that? Actually an open chest there, weirdly, that I missed. I'm trying to get, there's an item called a pot that I really want. I haven't ever had it before. I only just unlocked it yesterday. And... I haven't seen it. It's a legendary. Got like 3 of those, which are normally like one of the better items to get. It basically means like when I die, I'll be able to keep going. Another legendary lightning orb. Good. Come on. Oh, a green. That's rubbish. Right, there is a chest here somewhere. I'm just going to have to be going for the last remaining chests, I think, and hoping for the best. Apparently I've got one that should be open somewhere. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's all the way up there. Crap. That's why I haven't seen it. I'm literally just going around trying to find chests. No, that's not the end of the world. I don't know if this game makes sense to anybody who doesn't play it. Because there's a lot going on all the time. A lot going on. Right now, what's happening is... oh no, I missed it. All of those enemies that are flying around me, in theory, they're meant to just be killing me in one shot. But because I'm so powerful, it's going to take them a while before they get strong enough to kill me. I didn't mean to do that. So what? Another chest just appeared there. So what I need to do is try to make sure I'm gaining power faster than they can kill me. Which is possible for a while. Okay, snake's actually good because it poisons those stuff, and I've got things that give me more health as I poison things. So that's like, that is pretty good. Right, there's a chest down here. Grab that. I'm getting pushed around a lot, which is generally a bad sign. Joe's dagger's actually good. It's just quite late to get that, but it's not a bad thing to get. Because Joe's dagger has the added benefit of instantly killing things. Which when's, like, the enemies that I'm fighting now are so strong that being able to instantly kill something regardless of its health is important. You see how I'm getting smacked around? That's a real problem, because it means I can't go where I want to go. The cheese actually isn't terrible. Okay, so now I'm like, I don't really have a choice about where I go. Until I get... until something actually kills me. And then weirdly I will have a choice where to go. Because time will freeze for a second. So now I'm just waiting. Oh my god. Hi, James. Okay. I can't actually see what's happening now. There is a chest somewhere near me. Yeah, I'm not really in control of where I'm going anymore now. Until I die. But the problem is, when I die, I'll have like 3 goes maybe? If I could get that power up, that'd be great. Come on! Ah, oh, that's amazing. Okay, so now I've got a few seconds to try and get over to that chest. I'm going to try and get this power up too. No, it didn't work. I got greedy going for that power up. This isn't going well. This will be my best run ever, I think. I think the most kills I've got is like 17,000, and I'm quite close to that. The other thing I could do is try and get to the boss. Chest is right there. It's so close. Oh yeah, so I just died is what had just happened. Which means, bizarrely, I actually get a moment of reprieve. Okay, that's not helpful in any way. So because I died, I actually get a moment where everything's frozen. Ah! Don't know if I managed to get the chest, I didn't. I'm gonna die again though. Because once they've killed you once, they'll kill you, like, repeatedly. Yeah, there we go. I've died again. Oh, that's literally the worst thing I could have got there, I think. Let's see if I can get to the... Oh, there were 2 gravestones I missed. Easy. Alright, I've only got 1 more of those things that will save me. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. I don't think I can get out of this. I literally can't even get out of this even though time stopped. I'm so jammed in here. Oh, I'll just let myself die. Then we can get on what we're meant to be doing. Come on. I mean, I'm up to level 231. That's pretty good. But yeah, that's it for me. There we go. Yeah, once people get into, like, world record territory, they end up, like, doing this for hours and hours and hours. Because you end up basically making a build where you can't die. Like, you just... There's not enough enemies. So I am 42,000th. The 42,000th in the world. I don't know how many people there are in the world who play this. But there's more than that, basically. But yeah, look at their things. Like, I got 24,000 kills. The number 1 is 1.37 million kills before I died. And yeah, that sort of thing is like, you're just sitting there waiting for hours and hours and hours. And like, it's not even like, oh, you're doing it for hours and the numbers are flying up. It's like the numbers fly up at the beginning, but then you get to the point where, oh, I didn't mean to do that. the enemy can't kill you, but you also can't kill the enemy. So it's like you're waiting for a very long while for not much. Right, the update has gone live for Black Budget. It just went live 10 minutes ago, so I'm still downloading it a bit. But it's not going too slowly. Once the update is done, we will hop on and play some. I wonder if any of the others are available this morning for some let's play some co-op of this. Don't suppose either of you are about this morning, are you? Apologies for no stream yesterday. I did post a video yesterday, actually, of this. But no stream yesterday just because I had to go to London. Again. We've got 4 trains in the last 2 weeks, and 3 of them were delayed. Some of them heavily and some of them not. So that was fun. Any news about console test yet? No. I don't even know what the plans are for this with console. I get the impression it's very much they're doing the PC version and then they'll see. I haven't seen one. Let's find the official website. I don't think they've said anywhere that this is coming out on console. I don't think. I'm just trying to work out if there's a page for it. Here we go. Release date, Steam. New take on the extraction genre. Product links. Black Budget. Yeah, I don't think they have ever said anything about it being I don't think they've ever said anything about it coming to console. Which, you know, doesn't mean it won't ever come to console. It just means I wouldn't expect it to be anytime soon, really. You know? I think it's... oh, there we go. It's downloaded now. Oh, yeah, I think it's gonna be a while. That Blake Manor puzzle game that I was playing that I really liked, by the way, that is now on offer for £12.50 on Steam. It's on sale. The developer who makes it, all their games are on offer. It's the Steam Winter Sale, isn't it? Is there anything good in the Steam Winter Sale before I get too far into Black Budget? Top sellers. Arc Raiders is £5 off. Baldur's Gate 3 is like £13 off. Dispatch is a whole £2.50 off. Wow. My wish list. Oh, BeamNG Drive is 20% off. I am always tempted by that. All the games on your wish list. BeamNG Drive, that is quite tempting. Because it does look good. There's a lot of games. Tokyo Extreme Racer, still £42. How is that £42? That just seems wild to me. £42. That's so much money. Too much money, I would say. I'm never going to buy Ready or Not. Am I? Ready or Not's on sale. It's £27. Black Myth Wukong is not on sale. That's annoying. You watched my squad video. What happens if you go into the anomaly? Do you just die? You definitely take damage at first. I don't know. Sorry, it's all juddering because I'm actually loading into the thing now. Oh, yeah, cool, Chris. Oh, I'm glad you got accepted. Hopefully the sound isn't gone weird. Normally when this happens, when it's doing something with shaders, the sound is fine, but the visuals are weird. It's doing something. This is the sort of time where I wish that I had my streaming PC still. I am still like umming and ahhing about whether or not to go back to 2PC streaming. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but there's some things it makes easier, and this is one of them. And it would mean I could do stuff like, I could do a proper, like, dual format stream for YouTube and TikTok and stuff. Right, I think we should be back. I think so. I don't know why my guy's naked. Each to their own. But I think we're back. We are back. Good. Yeah, God, whatever that was doing while it set up, that was painful. Yeah. Yeah, I am tempted to sort out my dual PC thing again. Maybe that'll be a project for this weekend. Just because it would make a few things easier. Not everything. It would make my desk space easier. And yeah, there's a few other things that it would make more difficult, but am I back? Yeah, I should be back now. This should be fine now. Yeah, it's not dropping any more frames. It's fine. And I have my base, and everything seems fine. Everything seems dandy. I've got so much money, so much gear. Right. I think we're good. We good? We good. This wall is really ugly. I don't know why I made it. Yeah. Got some money. I've got some research available. I can complete that. Do security protocols. Oh, this is a new one. They've added new things. Let's research that. It's going to take an hour and 20 minutes to do, but that is new. It's just some things that I can make. Can't make any of that stuff. My base is too small at the moment. I might spend some time in today's stream making a base. I need to be able to make root dissolver, but I don't know how to make that. I don't know how to... I'm guessing in... Is it in engineering or is it in the chemical thing? It probably makes sense if it's in the chemical thing, wouldn't it? I don't know if I have to be a higher level to do it or how it works. It's chemical station. Root dissolver. Oh yeah, I can make it. But I need solvent and acid. So I need to get some solvent and acid out. Right, I do have a load of gear on, so that's nice. So I can just go in. I've got my FX 2000. I've got a load of keys there. I think... Yeah, they've added a bunch of weapons where they'll give you really good weapons. And 50,000 credits. So I'm now up to 180,000, which is pretty good. I'm not going to accept any of those because my stash is like nowhere near big enough to do that. So I'm not going to do that. But we can get a chemical sample at the bottling plant, analyze sample. I could maybe do that. And I need to get bug armor plates. Yeah, okay. We'll just go. We'll just go in and we'll see how it goes. This is PUBG. So, it's complicated, Cribs. It's complicated. It is under the title PUBG. And it's made by Krafton, who currently develop PUBG. I think it's meant to be sort of set in the same universe as PUBG, but it's not... It doesn't I don't even know if it uses the same engine, but it definitely doesn't feel the same as PUBG or look the same. It's not the same type of game, and it's not made by the people who originally made PUBG. So I think the PUBG name is more being like, I think they want to make like a PUBG universe. You know, they did that space thing, didn't they? Was it it's like that Dead Space type game. I've forgotten what it's called now. They did some game that was like Dead Space that I know some people really liked. And like that was originally meant to be in the PUBG universe, and then I think they decided not to make it a PUBG game at some point. It was really odd. Really odd. But yeah. It's its own thing, and I think they're using the PUBG name to sell it, basically. James saying, what did I come to London for? We had to pick up our visas, our Chinese visas. So when you get a visa to go visit China, a tourist visa, you have to like go down to the office. There's one in London, one in Manchester, like there's a few. You have to go to the office, give them all your paperwork, and give them your passport, and then you have to come back like a week later to pick up your passport with the visa in it. So we had to go down there. Like there were trains cancelled and all sorts. It took us so long to get down to London, and then when we got there, picking up the visa took maybe like 2 minutes, and then we left and had to come back, and it took ages to come back as well. And so that was fun. But we did go to that pizza place. We went to Union Pizza, which is a chain in London, where you can get pizzas. And the pizzas are like, for a 12-inch pizza, it's like £7. Some of them, my wife had one, like she wasn't that hungry, so just had like a marinara kind of thing, I think. And it was like £3.50 for a 12-inch pizza. Like a whole pizza. It was wild. And you know, they've got a massive proper pizza oven and stuff. Like, this isn't like, you can see them all making it. These aren't frozen pizzas or anything. These are proper big pizzas. Right, so I need to go get a chemical sample from here, and on the way I need to find acid and coolant. I might die in this because, you know, I am I'm gonna be fairly relaxed in this. It's just, this is the last weekend of this alpha. I don't mind if I lose everything. Crap! I knew that was gonna happen. I don't know why I'm such an idiot. Is that skeleton vest better than the one that I've got? No, it's the same. Oh, we'll take that hollow sight though. That's quite nice. I knew that was gonna happen, and I still did it. Take a couple of antidotes. It's not bad. Morning, Whitey. I don't sound like I'm based far from London. No, I'm in Norwich, so we're about 100 miles away. Frustratingly, even though we're only 100 miles away, there's no motorways between us and London, so it takes about 2 hours normally. And it doesn't, you know, really matter whether you go on the train or if you drive, it still takes about 2 hours. And I'm actually going to use up the picks this time. In the previous alpha, it didn't do that. Never FX 2000. Should I take that just then I've got... If it doesn't affect my weight too much, I might as well take it. Alan Partridge. Yeah. Uh-huh. I wouldn't say... I don't know. Alan Partridge is such a weird one. I didn't watch it for a long while. Why is there shooting happening in 2 different directions at once? That's so weird. Oh yeah, I'm glad... I think, Whitey, that if you haven't played many extraction shooters, Arc Raiders could be great. For me, the problem with Arc Raiders is just how much it feels like other extraction shooters. Like, that's its biggest flaw. So it's like, if you haven't played many extraction shooters, then you're doing great. You know, I've got dozens of hours in various extraction shooters. Now, yeah, I wish the deer would chill. I know there's people on either side of me here, so I'm a little bit hesitant. I think there's someone up at that compound, maybe. I love the way sound works in this game. Just like how whenever someone's shooting, you can hear them from so far away. That it means, like, staying quiet is kind of important. Have I played Fever Meme? I've not even heard of Fever Meme. What is it? Whoa! Okay. That's wild. That is lagging again. I mean, but that's my whole computer lagging. What is going on? That was awful. I'd heard people complain. It's okay now. I'd heard people, although it's my PC is struggling a little bit. I'd heard people saying about this in the previous weekend. I thought they'd fixed it, but it seems like maybe they've made it worse somehow. This game looks nice. I think so. It's weird. Some people, like 2 Angry Gamers, were talking about it being basically a mobile game. And it's like, I don't get that at all. Is this the bottling plant? No, this is a warehouse. Don't actually need to go here. Yeah, to me that seems crazy. I think the game looks really nice. It's not like technically the best looking game. Oh, that was close. It's like, you know, if you look up close at some textures and stuff. Actually, I mean, that texture looks really nice. I'm sure if you look in certain places, it looks ugly. But it's like the overall effect, the colors and everything look great. It is lagging hard. Yeah, it's not super realistic. Maybe that's what 2 Angry Gamers meant. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who seem to really hate this game, and I find that crazy. I think Doug from On Warzone, Doug Saying Nabbit, was like saying like, oh, the gunplay's unacceptable. It's like, what? I think for an alpha, this just seems great to me. Oh, Arrow's playing Battlefield 6. I was literally messaging him earlier. I messaged him asking if he was about to play this. What is Fever Meme? Can you describe the game to me? The fact it's got the word meme in the title makes me think I wouldn't like it, but I'm open. People just moan for their platform. I don't know if it is just that though, because it's like not even just creators. I feel like this is one of those games, like where people have decided that, you know, if they like Arc Raiders, they have to hate this, or if they like this, they have to hate Arc Raiders. Which seems wild to me. Like, that's not how things work. I'm gonna loot this place, because I don't think there's people here. I was wrong. I mean, that was almost comedy timing, wasn't it? Of me saying, I don't think there's anyone here. And then immediately hearing shots ring out behind me. Can't see anyone, can you? Well, there's none of the things that I would have wanted here. I've got to go that way. This is like the analysis place I've got to go to. Yeah, I'm quite a bad shot, which does make it harder. Wouldn't surprise you if it's a campaign against... Crafton. But surely the developers who are working on this don't have anything to do with what happened on Subnautica. Seems weird to me. Most of the time when people do, like, you know, boycotts and stuff, I find it very odd. Acid, I need acid. Might as well take a key, because you sort of don't drop them. So we've got to do some sort of analysis here. I'm guessing that's poisonous down there. See, this is what I like, that as you start getting into the more interesting places, you start seeing these areas where it's like, oh, okay, there's a whole floor I can't get to because of the poison. Like, what's going on there? They still haven't fixed the lockpick thing. See, if someone was releasing a new Battle Royale, I'd still be really excited, personally. I just love Battle Royales. I'm a big fan. That's close. I don't like how close that is. Bee balm. I don't actually need that anymore, but I'm going to take it anyway. See, I think I'll get poisoned down here, won't I? Oh no, I'm not getting poisoned. Will I get poisoned down there? It's just hard to see down here, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting poisoned. I don't know what's down there, but I'm not going to go down there for now. I don't think this is the building I need to be in yet. There should be some place where I can do analysis. HQ Sparky. Okay, that's good. Ah, here. So I think I've just got to wait for this to complete. Get an extra CL3 key. There we go. So now I just need to get out, I think. Where can I get out? Maybe over there? Or maybe there? That sounds like that's where the people are shooting. So maybe over there. Alright, let's try and get out, shall we? But yeah, I don't know why people don't like this game. It's a mystery to me. Each to their own and all that. It's just one of those things. It's like with Modern Warfare 2. When Modern Warfare 2, you know, I've talked about it lots of times, that alpha came out or whatever it was of Modern Warfare 2, and I thought like, oh my god, this is like the most fun I've had in Call of Duty for ages. This actually feels like different and fresh. And I was like really excited for it, and then people still are like, oh, like, you don't want that to happen again, do you? Like, that was awful. And it's like, what? I don't understand what... I literally don't really understand what people's problem with it was. Other than, you know, it wasn't what they... It wasn't like what they expected. Right, so this, if I can get there, is the nice river extraction. It's a lot easier. I'm getting some serious lag right now. Right, that's what I need to extract from. If no one's watching this and murders me, I'll be good to go. I'll be good to get out. With my mission complete. There we go. Done. Nice. Right, I need to go to loot. Back in a bit. Right, I'm back. I am back. So yeah, what do people think about this as a game to watch? Like, I love playing it, but I never know with games to watch. Like, it does have some tension and stuff like that, I think. It's got some things going for it. Right, I can... Oh, do I not have space in my stash? No, I do have space in my stash. Quick unload. Why is it not quick unloading? There we go. God, this game is, like, seriously... not... not going great in terms of performance. I don't know what they've changed about it, but, like, it was running awesome for me before. 69... Windowed full screen. Yep. Might turn the weapon motion blow off. It's on DLSS, on quality, like it was before. Maybe I'll put this. Maybe it's trying to do too many frames. Sometimes you get like that with when you've got like a GPU and CPU that's like too powerful for the game. Sometimes the games are just like, okay, let's do 5,000 frames a second, and it just absolutely ruins your thing. Turn that off. Right, let's see. That feels a bit smoother already, to be honest. It might also be that the servers are getting hammered because this has just come back online. Right, well that's still got 55 minutes on. So that's going to take a while. What are my contracts? Right, so that one's done. Nice. Submit. It's interesting, this whole thing of, like, as your reputation goes up with one faction, it actually goes down with the others. But yeah, so now everyone needs faction, everyone needs 5. But it's like, one of them's up to 4 and the other 2 are down. So, yeah, we've got a lot to do. Chitin run, I've only got 3 bug plates. That's ridiculous. Oh, and I wanted to make the root dissolver, and now I've got enough acid, I just need 2 more solvents. And where you get solvent from, does it say, if I look at it? It's looted in the raid. It doesn't say. It's a chemical. So I guess when I go in, I can just hope for a chemical thing. Alright, I've got some ammo. Could take more, but I don't think I really need to. I didn't really use anything in that, did I? I fired a tiny bit, but not even that much. I think I can just go back in. And then I need to kill bugs. But other than that, I just need to find solvent. So I need chemical. But I need solvent, really. So, Watts Quarters, apparently you can get chemical there, or Depot. I haven't really been to Depot, I might go up to Depot. I know lots of people spawn on that side of the map, but it wouldn't be a bad thing if we found other people, would it? If we ran into some enemies. Did they add a boss? Apparently there was a boss in the first alpha, it's just, I don't know if anyone's got to it yet. I haven't seen it, but I know some people are saying that there's a specific door that you can go through. And if you go through that door, there's a boss. But you need a key for that door, you know, it's like, it's a whole process. But, yeah, apparently that there is a thing, there is a boss, apparently. Thanks for following, Cryptic. Right, I'm gonna go up here, because I'm gonna go to Depot. An empty canister and extract 5 liters of biodiesel. No. What if everybody gets the same ones of these? Because I have seen other people completing them. I feel like the people who are playing now are going to be like the people who are waiting for this to reopen like I was. You know. Oh my god, those deer. They make the worst noises. I'm gonna, like, more carefully loot for everything. The lag is quite bad now. Like, I didn't have this problem at all before, but now everything's lagging. Which does ruin it a little bit. It's just like stuttering a little bit. Maybe that's why people didn't like it. Maybe last time lots of people had trouble with connections. You know. And so... Amber fossil. I do need fossils, actually. Maybe that was part of why other people weren't enjoying it, because I just got really lucky. Geobag. Cinnabar and crystal. Why not? I'll take that. Hi, El Jackus. Did I start watching Fallout? Yes, I watched the first episode of season 2. I didn't care for it, personally. Oh my god, it's got everything in it. Take that. Take that. Take that. Right, I'm gonna send a load of these off. Yeah, I didn't really like that episode of Fallout. I don't know, I just thought it was boring. You know, each to their own and all that. I'm sure lots of people really loved it, but I don't know. It didn't hold my interest. We had 0 issues last week. Yeah, I don't remember having any issues with it. I had issues with cheaters. Apparently it was cheaters. I thought it was a bug where sometimes I'd lose all my stuff, but then I saw videos of what it looked like from the cheaters' perspectives. And it was like, yeah, that's, oh my god, this is lagging quite a lot. Felt like it was just setting a scene. Yeah, maybe. And it was like explaining who House was a bit, which is, you know, obviously important. I think maybe that's part of it, that because, you know, I love New Vegas. Like, New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. And I think maybe, because I already knew a lot of the stuff that it was having to explain in that, maybe that's what made it less interesting to me? I don't know. I'm not, like, super excited by, oh, this is a thing that I've played and now I get to see it on the TV. Like, I don't know, that doesn't do much for me. I thought it would. Like, back when I was younger, I used to think that that would be awesome. Like, I used to be excited. You know, like, when they made the Halo shorts before they made a TV show, and it was like, oh my god, we're gonna see, like, Halo stuff in a TV show. And then we did, and it was like, ah. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected it to look like. I just think that doesn't have as much of a draw for me as maybe I expected it to. This lag is... it's noticeable while I'm playing, but when I get in a fight, it's gonna kill me. Is there a way to put it on screen so you can see it? Gameplay, graphics. There's not a way to display it, is there? No. On-screen ping. No, there's no way to show ping without using a third-party thing. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Can't be as drawn out as Rings of Power. I forgot about that show. I think I watched the first season of it, and the bits I thought were okay, but overall kind of boring. I haven't watched a new episode of Pluribus yet today. I'm excited for that. Although I thought the last episode of that was a bit like nothingy. Which is fine. I know Vince Gilligan sometimes does those slow episodes. I just... When it's like a mystery box show, I kind of want to... Or sniper rifle. Give it a tick. I kind of like to see things progress a little bit faster. It's also partly just, you know... Angelic acid. I've never even heard of that before. It's also just, I think my attention span is probably shorter than it should be. That's partly why I keep going to the doctors. Like, I've got to at some point have an MRI scan and stuff like that, because I just get like brain fog, and it's like, I genuinely think it has made me less tolerant for slow-paced TV shows that don't do anything interesting. Maybe I just have ADHD or something, I don't know. Oh, solvent, that's what I need. Might get rid of that. Solvent is what I'm looking for, really. Yeah, I'm just like... I find it harder and harder. Stay engaged with something just based off, like, vibes. You know, just because something has cool vibes doesn't hold my attention in the same way that maybe it did. Resin, reinforced resin. This warehouse area is quite cool. It's quite different to anything that I've seen in this game before. This game does that really well. Okay. Where, like, I just feel like I'm constantly coming across, like, new types of place. We can see if there's, like, a key or something. Not really anything here. Not really anything. Right, let's... I just need one more solvent, ideally. I'll go on the roof and see if I can see this guy. Yeah, definitely. Like, the amount of time I spend watching stupid Instagram reels and stuff, I definitely think has ruined me a little bit. Right, there's a guy shooting in those woods somewhere. Body water, pen. Just one solvent, man. Flashlight. That helmet? No. It looks fancy, but apparently it's not. But yeah, definitely, like, I don't know. It's bad, but... Oh, loads of MP5s and UMP5s. Maybe I'll take a UMP5. Can only take 2 guns out, it's a real shame. Okay, and then there's a magazine for it as well. Got a vertical grip on it. Can not put that in there? Yeah. Have I still got that hollow sight? I thought I picked that up in this one. Did I not? No, maybe it was in the last one. I need solvent. Hi, Majok. Yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this game. I think the performance seems a lot worse today, which is bad. But the game itself, it's a good time. It's a shame the performance isn't as good today. Could be just because it's the very beginning of the beta. And, you know, it's a weird off-peak time. Explosive solvent, that's what I need. I don't know how much solvent I actually do need, but is there a way to get out here? Where am I? Up there. Could try and get there. Like, I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay, there's a way out there. I want to make a run for it. There's more lootable items. Yeah, normally I don't like that kind of thing, but I feel like in this, I don't know, there's less garbage. Like, I feel like, for whatever reason, I'm finding it easier to tell what's something I'm actually going to use and what's just nonsense. Yeah. I was thinking about doing it. Weird you say that, Madrock. Morning, Mark. I felt like... Did you ever get access to this, Mark? I felt like... I was gonna make my video like, oh, this is what I wanted DMZ to be. Right, there's 2 ways out here. But I think there are players here somewhere. There's definitely someone shooting up ahead. I think someone's going for the exfil. I'm hoping he's just shooting like deer or something. Oh god. I think that's a gunfight at port. I might be able to get out without them seeing me. There's some buildings over there at port, I think. They're having a bit of a barney there. I don't want to get involved because I don't, literally, even if I killed someone, I don't have any space to take their stuff. I'd almost definitely lose stuff. That sounded like a gunshot out here. I'm going for it. Get me in this little submarine thing. I love these little submarine things. I think they're great. Yeah, we got out loads. This person looks better than Arc Raiders. Oh, you think you might have, Mark? Oh, well, if you fancy any games, let me know. Happy to take someone new through their missions. I mean, I enjoy it more than Arc Raiders. But just for basic reasons, not because I think one game's better than the other. Like, I like first-person games more than I like third-person games. I like the whole vibe of this, like, exploring this mysterious island and the supernatural side to it more than I like the Arc Raiders, you know, fighting robots. I don't know. I like the guns more. I think the guns are more interesting. I literally didn't shoot a single thing in that. Not once. Drone delivery. Did I get enough solvent now? I got quite a lot of solvent. Yeah, root dissolver. I think I need to make 2 of these, but... Oh, it'll make 1 or 2 of them. It's gonna take half an hour to make it anyway, so... It's gonna take a while. But... Might be able to expand my base. Once I can expand my base, I'll be sorted. How long's this got left on it? 37 minutes. Okay, so it's about the same, actually, for the 2 of them. Alright, I didn't actually shoot anything in that, but I can unload a lot of stuff. Yeah, that UMP, I actually have a... I'm pretty sure I have a... suppressor for that. Yeah. Oh, this could be exciting. I might put that there. And then get rid of all these, I don't need those. Got a few magazines for it, that's fine. Bleed, heal, all of that stuff. And then let's go to the weapon bench. Modify it. I can put a suppressor on. I haven't really used a suppressed weapon. I'm quite excited about this. Got a flashlight. I've got a sight as well, and put a holographic sight on. Look at this. This is a bit of a beast. I don't even know what I need to go do. I've got the root dissolver. That's working. I need to... Oh, I need to kill bugs. I don't know where I'm gonna find bugs. Extract burger armor plates. Bug armor plates. I just need to get 2 more bugs. I guess I'll just wander around in the forest somewhere with all of my... with my suppressor. So, I really like it, Mark. I personally... Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? Yeah, but I haven't heard from you for a bit. I really like this. I think it's great. It genuinely is my favorite extraction shooter I've played for a long while. Adam, thank you very much for renewing your membership. Nearly 3 years. Thank you, Adam. Tier 2 as well. That's very kind of you to support. But yeah, I think the general attitude to this has been quite negative. That's the vibe I've got. Actually, I'm going to cancel that queue because I want to get some more ammo. Oh, this is the problem with this. I can't buy ammo for it. I was just trying to think, why don't I use this gun? And it's because I can't buy ammo. It's really annoying. I might go back to that depot, actually. Because that has military stuff, doesn't it? Like, yeah, that might be a good place to go get some ammo, more ammo for it. But yeah, I really like it. I know 200 Gamers didn't like it. They were laughing at me on Twitter because I said I really liked it. And I guess they didn't. But it was like, their complaints about it were weird. It was like, they were saying like, oh, it's a mobile game, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not my sort of thing. It was like, it doesn't seem like a mobile game at all to me, but I don't know. That's a Shanda. I don't know what Shanda means. Shame. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people seem to... There's a lot of people saying... Like, if you go on the Reddit or the Steam forums for this, it's literally people being like, oh, this is a disaster. This is the worst game ever. Oh, I hate this. It's like, it's so viciously negative. In a way that I just don't understand. I genuinely don't get it. But... I don't know. You know what I'm like? I feel like sometimes I come across as if I'm just being a contrarian, as if I'm always just trying to say the opposite of what the online community thinks, and I genuinely don't. Like, I genuinely come up with with pretty much every game, I tend to... Adam, thank you for upgrading to Elite? Jesus Christ, Adam. Thank you so much. I don't have very many Elite members. That's super generous of you. You made my voice break. You dropped some water on your phone, it went crazy. I hate that. So, like, yesterday when we were in London, I was using my phone when it was raining. And it's just like, it does the weirdest stuff when you're doing that. Thank you, Adam. That's very, 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 very generous of you. Man, if I had a few Elite members, I wouldn't have to stress about money at all. It's very kind. Not really been in this building. I don't think. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for military stuff and I'm looking for bugs, really. What was I going to say before Adam completely threw me off with his insane generosity? I was talking to Mark. Oh yeah, just about how he hates sun. Where's me muffins? Just about how, yeah, I seem to dislike stuff. I pretty much always play games and come up with my opinion of them before I look at what other people think of it. I really appreciate that, Adam. Thank you very much. That is a pretty amazing Christmas present. I will probably, by the way, for people who will be looking for entertainment, on Christmas Day, I probably will do a stream in the evening. I won't do one in the morning. I'm gonna go see family in the morning. But yeah, in the evening, I'll probably be about. So if people are looking for a spot of entertainment, some people to hang out with on Christmas Day, I will be about. If you're in America, it'll be the morning. Blue blood. That's weird. I don't know what blue blood's about. But yeah, I generally try to come up with my opinion before I see what other people have, because I don't want to get influenced by it, because I genuinely think I would. Like, if someone's saying that, oh, this game's crap, and then I play it, I'm probably going to go into it with the mindset of, this game's crap. And that's not good for anyone. I think the biggest problem is everyone expected PUBG gunplay and mechanics and they failed to deliver any of it. See, that seems wild to me. Like, again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that seems odd to me, because to me, I know PUBG has lots of fans and people love it. To me, PUBG is quite clunky. Like, to me, movement in PUBG has always been its, like, biggest downside. And the gunplay's okay, but it's, you know, I probably prefer PUBG gunplay to, like, Call of Duty gunplay. But I still don't love it. I prefer the gunplay in this to PUBG. Should I go... Why the hell am I on this side of the island? That's why I don't recognize this. Because I am on the wrong side of the island. Is there even anywhere military? There's site 3. I guess I'm gonna go over there. Is it... I could try and figure out where this guy is and kill him. Yeah, it's like, to me, PUBG wouldn't be something that I would think, oh, this is what you need to aspire to. And the people that made this game aren't the people that made PUBG. You know, it's the same publisher, but it's not the same developers. I do think they maybe made a mistake using the PUBG name. I think that was maybe a mistake. But the fact that it feels different to PUBG, I don't know, I think it feels a lot better than PUBG, personally. I've always wanted, like, my preference in first person... Well, that's a problem. My preference in first-person shooters has always been... I'm worried about that guy sitting up behind me now. Now he's heard that alarm. My preference has always been fluid but realistic, you know, fluid but believable movement. I don't like all the sliding and nonsense like that and bunny hopping. And then guns that all feel like they're difficult to control. I always prefer having guns that feel like a pain. I don't know why it's so bright in here. And yeah, I think this delivers that, personally. I think the movement in this feels very believable, but it's still quite fast and snappy. And I think the guns are, at least right now, are a bit of a handful. Now, I would say one thing, and this is where I think a lot of the people who are expecting PUBG gunplay are probably making a mistake, is that if you look at the skills in this game, you level up skills as you complete raids. And I think, obviously we're all new right now, we have the lowest skills. I think a lot of the recoil and poor handling for the guns is because our skills are very low. And I think actually as people level up, some people who are complaining about the gunplay now are actually going to end up liking it more. And people like me who want it to feel like this are going to like it less. Which I think will be a shame. Hey James, how's it going? Wilco, thank you very much. Oh, I don't have alerts on. But thank you very much, Wilco. 2 years! Thank you. Two years. But yeah, you know, it's like, one of my big problems with any gaming community is when there's a new game and people are, I'm not saying this is any of you, but when, you know, when people are, they have to learn it because it's not quite the same as the games that they're used to. And then they complain about it as if they don't want to, you know, I know there was a joke about Modern Warfare 2 where everyone was like saying, oh, you just need to adapt, and then people would turn that into a meme somehow. But it's like, I think it's true. Like, to me, I really enjoy learning new games. I find that a lot of fun. And I think there's some people who don't. There's some people who just want to pick up a new game and for it to feel just like a game that they've already played. And then, so their skills and everything will cross over. And maybe it's because I've never been good at the games in the first place. That doesn't feel the same to me. I want to, when I play a new game, I want to have like a new game to learn and a new game to, where everyone is learning at the same time. I don't just want it to, you know, I'd be really disappointed if this was just PUBG, but an extraction shooter. To me, that would have been bad. Same as DMZ. If DMZ was just Call of Duty, but an extraction shooter, which in a lot of ways it kind of was, I think that would have been a real shame. You know, I'm glad they had the inventory system and bits of crafting and some extra little bits and pieces. I like this suppressor though. I need to be a bit careful with ammo. What do I have that I didn't add for? Blue blood, that seems unusual. Sending stuff off that I know is like, I will use. Yeah, I don't know why they marketed it as a PUBG game, to be honest. Well, I do know, because obviously they wanted to get money from it. They wanted to get money from PUBG fans. But yeah, I think it was a mistake to market it as a PUBG game. Oh my god, that made me jump. Why the hell did I put the alerts back on? Headshot, thank you very much. 21 months. Thank you, Headshot. God, that scared me. You know what? I've heard a lot of players today. I haven't actually seen another player. Ah, bugs. This is what I need. I'm done now. That's all of the things I need. I'm gonna go to this place to see if I can get any more ammo for this gun, because I like it, but... Uh-oh. In my experience, when you start going underground in this game, bad things happen. I think... Is that radiation? I don't really know what's happening. It doesn't seem to be affecting my health. It's just messing up my HUD. Striker helmet. No, it's not quite as good as the one I've got. MP5 magazine. 130, and that's not quite as good as what I've got. That is the bullets that I need. Shotgun. What is this place? Okay. So that's another way in or out. That's sealed at the moment, but looks like it could open. A terrascope. What could I drop? Maybe those? Okay, there's someone shooting nearby. That's not great. Okay, so that just seems to EMP me a bit. It's not the end of the world. And that's the same place. Yeah, that's the same place. Okay. Well, I'm full on stuff. I got what I came for. How do I get out? Okay. Let's go there. That was an interesting place. It didn't do as much damage to me as I thought, so in the future I think I can go into those places. And it's okay, it just messes up my HUD, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. What can you describe to me what, up in smoke preferably, what do you think is worse about this than PUBG. Like, when people say the gunplay, what do people mean when they say they think the gunplay in this is bad? Like, I don't really understand it. Okay, so he's just there. I just saw him. Do you have some... I don't have anything that amazing. That guy's just on the other side of that. Oh, someone's using that one. Oh no. I think that means someone's about to go. Feels floaty. That is someone who is about to escape through there. Okay, well that's that weird... That's that weird glitch. Where... there's two doors and you can't open one of them. Kind of spoils that. Right, we're gonna have a slightly harder time getting out of here than I wanted. Oh dear. Someone just set off an alarm in there. Oh, there's an exit here. "45 seconds. I think that other guy will probably be coming here too, so I need to be a bit careful. Yep, there he is. If I can get on the roof, that'd be great. Right, that's gonna let them know that I'm here. So now it's a case of waiting and seeing where they are. Hoping they come in through one of those, because they were in that direction. refilling my magazines. I really thought I'd see this guy by now. Well, I'm getting out. We got out. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got out with a lot of stuff in those last couple of raids. Like a lot of stuff. That was good. Don't forget to like the stream, by the way. I'm going out for sushi soon, which I'm looking forward to. See, leveled up skills, perception, and resistance. So yeah, I think like there's a lot to, like to do with handling and stuff like that. When you, how do I see my character? Profile. Buffs. Yeah, here we go. So this is what I'm talking about, where there's all of this stuff. And you level this up kind of as you go. And you can get buffs by like building stuff and things like that. But you also just kind of, as you play, this stuff levels up. And there's so much like with the pistols, you know, your reload speed, your recoil control, your ADS speed, how much sway there is. All of that stuff is governed by this. Like, you know, for each different weapon class and things like that. And then you have things like how much noise you make. I think, yeah, your equip speed for things. And then you get things here like all your weapon handling. I think I think at the moment people are playing it and being like, oh, it feels slow and it feels like you're inaccurate and stuff like that. And I quite like that personally. I think it's more interesting fighting other players when we're all a bit crap. But I think over time people will get like better characters basically. Seems like a good system, yeah. And they have said, I know some people were saying, I think Findley was saying like he was worried about, you know, oh, you'll end up with the best players. They actually said in the patch notes for this update that there's skill-based matchmaking. They just outright said like, oh yeah, there's skill-based matchmaking and we're like tweaking that to make it work a bit better. So hopefully like new players will be up against new players and more established players will be up against more established players, which, you know, is what you want in a game like this. Right, I got a bunch of stuff there. I think my stash is getting a little bit full. So that's all there, that's good. Get rid of all that. At least, yeah, I've got three full magazines. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. You know what, I can actually put some of these things on my pistol. What have I got? I can put a compensator on. Why not? I can put a better slide on. Put a better stock on. Have we got a sight? No, I don't have a sight. Put a flashlight on. Why not? There we go. I just did that really to make... Okay, so weapon space out. There we go. I've, like, equipped a lot of stuff there. Streamers you watched were all PUBG streamers for a while, so they were the first people who watched. Yeah. I mean, I played a lot of PUBG back in the day. I liked it. I haven't played that much recently. I think PUBG's got a bit silly for me. Again, I liked PUBG more when it was very grounded and kind of striving for... I never want to say realism, because then people are like, oh, you just want to be a Milsim, why don't you go play Armor? And it's not that exactly. It's like a believability, a sort of groundedness that I think makes it more immersive, and I like that. And I get that not every game has to be like that. But I quite enjoy that. I like those games where it's like, it's easy to do things, but you also do stuff that makes sense. Like I said, so no sliding, no bunny hopping, no head glitching. I want guns to have quite a lot of recoil. You know, I don't want people to be using full auto guns like 100 meters away and getting all their shots accurate. I want it to be a bit more realistic than that. Personally. Why does Crafter make you worried? What other games have Crafton actually made? I know they bought some games, but what did they actually make? I'm just looking on their website. So they have Blue Hole. Games. So Blue Hole made Terror. I thought Terror was great, personally. Like, I thought Terror was a really awesome game. And then they worked on PUBG, but obviously they didn't make PUBG. And then they made some games I've not heard of. Devillion, Mini Golf King, Road of Valor, Elion. Don't know those. Oh, the Callisto Protocol. That was the name of that game I was trying to think of. Oh yeah, that Inzoi. I keep getting sent stuff about Inzoi, so I don't know. So this PUBG Studios haven't really made a game before as PUBG Studios. They made New State Mobile, which I don't know what that is. But yeah, they haven't really made one. Oh, Root Dissolver's been crafted. Sick. That's quicker than I thought. Oh, did I just get one? So I need 2 more acid and 3 more solvent. Great. Because I definitely don't think we have enough. Oh, I need 2 more Root Dissolver. And I need 2 spades, actually. I need 2 shovels, but I can buy those, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So I need more chemicals. That's fine. Research station. I've only got 3 minutes. I'm just going to wait for that to finish, I think. Can I not? Well, where's my... Like, I could grow a lotus if I wanted to. Why not? Let's grow a lotus. Can I not make magazines for my UMP? Doesn't seem like it. It's kind of annoying. You're looking forward to this game. You've heard negative things about the gunplay, though, specifically inconsistent recoil. We've just kind of been talking about that a little bit. I think the gunplay feels great, personally. I really like it, but I also like unpredictable recoil. I like the idea that you don't just learn to control the recoil of a gun, you learn to work around it instead. So, like, if you have an assault rifle, you don't fire full auto if the target's not right in your face. You know, I liked it in Grey Zone Warfare. I like it in Armor. I like guns feeling like they have a very specific role. I hate that whole thing. I know some people love it, but I really hate the whole idea of... Oh, can I make this now? I really hate the whole idea of learning a recoil pattern. To me, that's like the most gamified thing, and I despise it. I really don't like it at all. I was going to take 1 minute. Yeah. Like, I know some people definitely love that. Some people love, like, analyzing a recoil pattern and learning how to control their mouse so then the recoil on the screen has no... when you're firing the gun on the screen, it has no recoil. I hate that. I'd always prefer to have, like, bloom in a gun. You know, just random recoil that you know how much recoil there's going to be, but there's no way to control it. Other than, you know, getting closer to your target or holding still, stuff like that. But I don't think you should be able to move your mouse in a fancy way to recoil. Can you imagine the idea of, like, someone when they're firing a gun just being like, oh, well, I'm just gonna, like, be like, "Bada-bada-bada-bada-bada." Whatever happened to Grey Zone Warfare and that dodgy NFT game Dr. Disrespect was developing? Yeah, exactly, Dusk Midnight. Yeah, Squad's a good example of another game where it's like you learn how much recoil a gun has and you play, and that means that changes when you use a certain weapon and what situation you want to be in. I find that more interesting. What happened to those games? Grey Zone Warfare, I feel... Grey Zone Warfare, the problem with it, at least for me, was that they released it before it was ready. So Grey Zone Warfare, I think, has an incredible opening couple of hours of the game. And, like, the first few missions where you're in the first village are great and you're doing really interesting, varied things. And then literally from the second place you go to onwards, you do the same missions over and over again. Like, there'll always be one NPC that you need to go and kill. There'll be a certain type of item that only spawns there and you have to grab a certain number of them. A certain type of item, a certain type of enemy that you have to kill, like, a certain number of. And you just do that over and over and over again. Like, literally just over and over again, you're doing the same stuff in Grey Zone Warfare in every location. So then you'll unlock missions in a new location, and then it'll be the exact same objectives. And it got really boring. Like, just doing the same thing over and over got really boring. Because you knew when you got a new location, it wasn't going to be different. It was always going to be the same. And that was a real shame. And I think they did that whole thing where when you start a character in Grey Zone Warfare, or when you start an account in Grey Zone Warfare, you have to pick one faction. And then all that meant was that, like, you then couldn't group up with people from other factions. So if then you've made a friend who played the same game, it'd be like, oh, I can't play with you because you have a different faction and you can't change that. And that was really stupid. And it turned out the factions weren't even different. Like, every faction had the same missions. Just in, like, kind of, they all had a starting town, but all the starting towns were exactly the same. It was weird. Like, they just made a lot of, like, poor design decisions that I think were, like... They made a kind of cool base game, and then just everything they built around it was just so... It felt so, like, half-assed, which is a real shame. Yeah, I think that was a real shame for Grey Zone Warfare. It meant there wasn't much longevity to it. I mean, I still played it for, like, 50 hours and had a great time. But yeah, it meant there wasn't much to do after that. The NFT... I mean, just to make it clear, Dr. Disrespect was never developing a game. Like... At no point was Dr. Disrespect ever developing a game. He attached his name to Midnight something. I've literally forgotten what it was called now. I feel like it was called Midnight something, and then it had a different name on top of that. But I can't remember what the hell it was. Anyway, that game that Dr. Disrespect was attached to, where Robert Browning was attached to it as well, who he was like, he used to be a community manager on Call of Duty, and then he made out that he was the reason Call of Duty was successful, even though since he left Call of Duty, he's just had a string of failures. But anyway, people were acting as if, oh yeah, this guy's the real deal. He's a Call of Duty pro. But anyway, that game they were making was never... really much of a game. Midnight Society, that was it. Yeah, the game was dead drop and Midnight Society were the developers. Yeah. It was never a good game. Like, they had an idea which I thought was kind of cool, of an extraction shooter that would take place in a big tower block, like, you know, like Dread or The Raid or something. And that was a cool idea. And then then they started doing this whole wild thing of, we're going to let people play it from the very beginning. The community's going to get involved every step of the way. No one's ever given this kind of access before. And so they let people play it when they'd made something. And it felt so much like the Unreal Engine template for a first-person shooter. Like, if you load up the template in Unreal Engine so you can learn how to make a game, it just felt like that. But they'd kind of made levels that didn't even feel like a tower. They just felt like levels, really. But anyway, they did that, and it was awful, like properly awful. Because I did the ARG for it, they gave me a key for it. And at every step along the way, I did the ARG, and then when the ARG was terrible. Like the ARG, the actual reality game, whatever you want to call it, the puzzle they did to kind of announce it was really bad. They kept saying, they kept promising that it was going to get good, and then it never did. It was always crap. It got worse, if anything. And then literally when the ARG finished and they were like, oh yeah, like the people who were really involved in solving it, because I was like the first person to get it done, the people involved in solving it are gonna get access to the game, and surprise, the way you get access to the game is an NFT. So you just get this account and then you get an NFT, and then we're gonna do all the tokens as NFTs. You're gonna get like a unique player thing that's an NFT. Every item you get in the game is going to be an NFT. You're going to be able to sell it for real money. And as soon as they said that, I was like, whoa, I'm out. This is terrible. Like, what the hell? And then they took that very badly when I was asking questions about how much the NFTs are going to evolve. And they were like, oh no, the NFT stuff is purely optional. You're not going to have to engage with NFTs if you don't want to. It's just for people who do want to do that. And then I was like, trying to make the point on their Discord that that's not how that works. If you make a video game where you can sell the things you get in that game, that changes the game for everyone, because now you're going to have players who are way more incentivized to cheat or to do things that are toxic or to play in ways that are unfun because they see it as a way of making money. You've like literally like that's going to be the focus. And as soon as they announced that it was an NFT thing, suddenly the Discord was flooded with NFT bros, and the whole thing turned into this weird crypto thing. It was awful. Like I've never seen anything so bad. And yeah, like there was so much interesting stuff that happened along the way. Like during the ARG, the Robert Browning and a couple of the other developers reached out to me and were like, hey, we'd love for you to make a video explaining the ARG. And I was like, oh, okay, I could do that. And I made this video for them. And I never got paid a penny for it. And during the process, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to make the video seem a bit more legit, since you want this to be an official thing. Can you get Dr. Disrespect to record, like, you know, even just a couple of sentences into camera and send me the video file, so then I can include it, you know, to make it a bit more interesting. And they were like, oh, we'll bear in mind that this had been announced as, this is Dr. Disrespect's studio, Dr. Disrespect's in charge of all this is his game. Robert Browning, who was like the lead developer, and the community manager both said to me in a Discord chat, oh, we'll ask his agent whether we could get him to do something like that. And then I never heard anything back about that, and I kept on like prompting a bit, and they were like, oh no, yeah, we have to go ahead without that. It's like they couldn't get Dr. Disrespect, they couldn't speak to him directly, and they couldn't get him to record 2 lines for a video they wanted to make. That to me doesn't strike it as Dr. Disrespect is super involved in this project, or these people are really working with him. It seemed very much like his face had been attached to it. So because of all of that, because this video they never paid me anything for, because of the whole thing where they suddenly turned out it was an NFT thing, and there were so many red flags, I started doing a bit more digging into it. And it turned out what the main kind of investor in all of it, who was like running the company, Midnight Society, was this guy who owned a crypto exchange. So a website where you could, a service where you could buy and sell crypto and NFTs and stuff like that. That was like his main thing. And the way they'd set up Dead Drop was very much like, hey, if you want to sign up for early access, you do this and we'll make you a crypto wallet and we'll put a free NFT in there. And it was very clear to me that the whole project was basically, hey, we want to get gamers to get involved in crypto and NFT. Why don't we give them a free one, get them to all make accounts, and then we can go to crypto investors and say, hey, look how many players are getting involved with cryptos. Look at all of these people with an NFT wallet. Look at all of these people who already own NFTs. Look at all these people trading NFTs and all this kind of stuff. That was the business plan, was to get a group of people who play video games using crypto and NFTs, even if they didn't want to, but making it so that was the way you engaged with anything, so that then they could go to crypto investors and say, hey, look, NFT games are successful. We've got, 100,000 people who are trading NFTs right now. That was the idea. That was the deal. And then it all fell apart because, all the stuff came out about Dr. Disrespect being a pedo, and all of the stuff came out about, some of the stuff started coming out about how, no one was actually trading NFTs. No one was really getting rich off NFTs. The whole thing was a giant scam. Dr. Disrespect got detached from the project. People then, then the game had to stand on its own. The whole thing where they'd been saying the community, all the people who had these NFTs were going to be a part of the development of it, because I was still in the Discord. I never got kicked out of the Discord, so I could read stuff every now and then. No one ever got to make any decisions, at all. They would do these playtests, and they wouldn't even have a feedback form for people to... They had originally said, oh yeah, people are going to be, essentially, part of the development team. We're really building this with the fans. No one got to make any decisions. They would all talk in the chat. They'd give each other little jobs. They'd be like, oh, we need someone who's in charge of the art. We need someone who's in charge of gameplay balance and stuff like that. Then you run your bit of the Discord, and then we'll all get involved in this. And they were all giving themselves little jobs, and they never had any real contact with the developers. They never had any influence on it. The whole thing where the developers said they were going to release a playable build of the game, I think they said every 6 weeks originally. That they maybe did one at that cadence, and then they were like, okay, we need to stretch it out to every 2 months. Okay, we're going to do one every 6 months. And it was it just never happened. None of the stuff they promised ever came true at all. And it was I was so smug, because it was literally as soon as the ARG ended and they revealed what the game was, I was just like, whoa, red flags everywhere. Red flags for days. And people are brutal on that Discord, being horrible about me, and making out I was being really unreasonable. And then it's everything I said came true. Literally every step of the way, everything I said about it is exactly what happened. And it's just kind of, yeah. One of the many times I felt very vindicated for calling people out on their bullshit. But that was bad. Yeah, well, that was a really bad project. That Off the Grid was interesting. Someone said, what Mark said about Off the Grid. Off the Grid was a different thing, where that was Neil Blomkamp's project. Similar role, I think, don't think Neil Blomkamp had that much to do with the actual game. But they were making this Off the Grid game. I was really excited, because I really liked Neil Blomkamp as a director. He's the guy who made District 9 and Chappie and stuff. And I was really excited about it. And then as soon as I started looking into that, I was like, that's weird. If you search around for the companies involved Off the Grid, there's a load of crypto and NFT companies, and they're turning up to all these crypto and NFT conventions, advertising the crypto that's going to be attached to Off the Grid. But when they start advertising the game on gaming sites, they don't mention anything to do with NFTs and cryptos. And I actually got into an argument with Neil Blomkamp on Twitter about it. I was like, surely you should be advertising that this is an NFT game. And he was like, oh no, it's not. It's just optional. So same nonsense. And then they did the playtest for Off the Grid, and they did the scummiest, the worst example that I've seen of paying streamers and getting the streamers to not declare that they were adverts. And there was a lot of you remember this. There was a weekend where so many streamers, all the way up to Tim the Tapman and people like that, were streaming Off the Grid and saying, this is the best game ever. I absolutely love this game. This is going to be my main game. This is all I'm going to play now. And then by the next weekend, nobody was streaming it. Which, to me, only makes sense if people were paid a lot of money. And I know on the Off the Grid creator Discord, because I was on it, they were doing things where they were like, oh yeah, if you make all of this content, we'll give you this money, but it's a reward, it's a prize, so you don't need to say it's an advert. And there was loads of that stuff going on. And all of the, I lost so much respect for so many streamers, a lot of content creators who I knew. I lost a lot of respect for them because they'd clearly done advertised streams for that, sponsored streams, not declared that they were sponsored, been going on about how amazing this game was, and they were playing it being like, oh yeah, this is going to be my thing, this is the big deal, and then as soon as they stopped getting sponsored, they just completely stopped playing it because the game was crap. And, you know, it wasn't even, like, super crap, it was just kind of crap. And now, like, you look at, you can't look at the Steam charts for Off the Grid because it has NFTs in it, so you can't, they can't be on Steam. But now, Off the Grid has 1.5 thousand viewers. 1,500 viewers. So that puts it, what, down in... It's below Chess, it's below Daisy, it's below Dune, it's below that Terminator 2D game. It's below... There's a crypto channel on Twitch, that's wild. It's below Deadlock, below the first Forest game, Hogwarts Legacy, below Marbles on Stream, below Resident Evil 2. That's about where it is. I'm surprised Elden Ring Night Rain is down there as well, actually. But yeah, it, like, just died a death once they stopped paying people to stop streaming it. Hi, Torbis. Off the Grid, that Neil Blomkamp Battle Royale game that they clearly paid people to stream and got people not to declare it. Yeah, it wasn't good. And it was like, again, it was one of these games where I was kind of excited about it because of the Neil Blomkamp stuff, but then I was put off because of the whole NFT and crypto thing. And then I played the playtest and was like, oh, this game's just a bit rubbish. It's just a bit crap. And like, so many other people were like, no, Geeky's wrong, this game's amazing, this game's sick. Tim the Tatman literally did a stream where he said, the title of the stream was like, this is my new main game. And that was the last time he ever streamed it. He streamed it once with the title, this is my new main game, and then he never streamed it again. And it didn't say hashtag ad in it. And quite a lot of content creators who I know a lot of you watch also streamed it that weekend, saying that that was going to be their main thing, and then never streamed it again. It really annoys me. Like, it annoys me down to my core when I see content creators and streamers doing stuff that I know full well is sponsored content, and they don't declare it. Or they, like, put hashtag ad in, like, the bottom of their description. You know, it's a YouTube video, and right at the bottom of the description, it's like, hashtag ad. It really annoys me. It really winds me up. It's one of my biggest pet peeves of content creation is how people lie to their viewers. And I know full well they lie to their viewers. It's really bad. I think it's really bad. Anyway, I think it's really bad. It was an NFT and crypto scam too. Yeah, from the start. Alex saying I had an argument with Neil Blomkamp about it. You know, Torbis, you've got me excited about Hightail. Hightail had better not turn out to be an NFT thing or I'll be annoyed. It's very dishonest. It's very dishonest, and I think it's genuinely, it should be harmful. Because it's like, you're trying to convince people to spend their money on something that actually isn't good. Hopefully, like, a lot of you who watch me regularly know now, I don't do that. I only do sponsorships from things I actually think are alright. I don't lie to you where if I say I think a game's good, it's because I genuinely think it's good. If I say it's bad, I think it's bad. If I'm ever getting paid to say something, I make it very clear that I'm getting paid to say it. Almost to the point where I think it probably harms me getting sponsorships. Because I'm so... Anyway, the one thing that I would say I don't do that I could see people having a problem with is, in theory, every time I do a Call of Duty video or stream, or a Battlefield stream, I should put a hashtag ad in it, and I should say that it's paid content. Even though it's not paid content, but they gave me the game for free. So I should. And I don't. Because to me, I think it's more useful for you to know when I've been paid to say something versus when I haven't. That's more what I think. Like, if I've been sponsored, like when I did the Anno videos and streams, that was sponsored content. I did genuinely like that game. I don't do sponsored videos for things I don't like. But I made it super clear in those videos. I was like, yeah, this is an ad. This is a sponsorship. Thank you to Ubisoft sponsoring this content, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that if I just got sent a game key. I normally do say thanks to the developer for sending me a key. I tried to make it clear when I got a game for free, but I definitely don't stress about it too much. Because in my mind, I would just assume anytime you see a content creator playing a game, I would assume they probably got it for free. Probably. No, Blomkamp knew. Blomkamp knew. I think what happened with Off the Grid is Blomkamp was paid a lot of money by crypto investors to attach his name to that game. We got game code, so I guess by some people's opinions, that's an endorsement. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you get given a game for free, it's definitely, I can see how people would think that would shift your opinion of it a little bit, for sure. If it helps with this, I have emailed them about being a part of their creator program. They've never got back to me. I haven't had any contact with Krafton about this, except for I emailed one employee who I know at Krafton, and he emailed back saying, I'm not on that team, but here's a form. If you fill that in, someone should get back to you. No one ever got back to me, but I'm still saying I love this game. Doesn't matter. Also, I've had lots of companies give me free copies of stuff and invite me to things, and then I've been negative about it, and they haven't cared. Like that Battlefield sponsored video I did the other day where I was saying how bad I think Battlefield is at the moment. And I was like, this is technically sponsored because I did that video. I got paid $150 through their creator program thing that a lot of people are not declaring. I know a lot of people are part of the Battlefield Creator Hub. I know a lot of people have made Battlefield videos and claimed that I think in total you could get like maybe $250, $300 from the Battlefield Creator Hub, and I didn't see people declaring adverts when they were doing the content for that. But, you know. But they should. About that. What about that, Thomas? Are you frantically putting hashtag ad in a load of your stuff? I don't like this new kind of... It seems to be a new kind of trend of game companies being like, oh, we're not paying you to say something, so this isn't a sponsorship, this isn't an ad, but we will reward you for making content about our game with money, with prize money. EA's been pretty good regarding feedback Battlefield. You've for sure been negative for a decade, so they don't mind. Yeah, like EA invited me to a bunch of digital stuff because obviously it was like COVID times. But they invited me to a load of the preview stuff for Battlefield 2042, and as soon as I posted some hype stuff because I thought the trailer was great, as soon as I got to play it, I was like, Battlefield 2042 is crap, and I never ever got any flack from EA for that. Not once. I never got any pushback of being like, oh, we're not going to invite you to the next game if you don't start saying something nice about Battlefield. Like, absolutely no indication of that at all. I never have. Same with Call of Duty. I've released so many videos about negative stuff about Call of Duty, and not once have they ever turned around to me and been like, oh, well, we're not going to invite you to anything anymore. I mean, to be honest, they don't invite me to anything anymore. So maybe... They do give me free copies of the game, and they give me free battle passes and stuff, but they don't invite me to events anymore. But I think that's more to do with my viewership being lower. Like, when they invited me to COD Next, that was the DMZ year where I had like 200, you know, concurrent viewers. My viewership is considerably down on that. It's never been as high as it has been during the DMZ days. Right, should we go do another mission? I don't actually have any other missions to do right now, but I want to get more solvent and acid, so I'm going to go do that. I don't think there's anything else I can make, is there? No, I still need this. I still need a games console. So I need games console, acid, and solvent. That's what we need. Let's go. I only actually have time for 1 or 2 more games. As long as you're constructive and not an ass about it, it's fine. They want feedback. Yeah, kind of. I mean... I don't know, Torbis. My opinion is... personally, I don't think we are ever really in a good place to offer constructive feedback to game developers. I don't think I just don't think we're good at that as content creators. I think it's not necessarily about being constructive with our criticism or giving them feedback even. I think it's about them seeing that we have some kind of integrity. And if you're the sort of person that's going to be really negative about a game for the sake of content, then why would they support you? Like, there's no reason for them to support you. Whereas if you're unnecessarily positive about a game for content, they might support you because, you know, good publicity. But I think, in my experience from talking to people involved in PR and talking to developers and stuff like that, the general sense I've got is they want people who are, like, their audience trust. That's the main thing they care about is, are you someone whose audience trusts you? Now, they say that. I know for a fact there are some people that get lots of views that make content that is utterly meaningless. Just brain dead nonsense content. And they still get supported because they have a lot of views. I don't think their audience does trust them, but that doesn't really matter. I want chemicals, so I'm going up there. Yeah, like, I definitely think what PR people care about is your reach more than anything. And then after your reach, then it's like, are you trusted? And, you know, are you not, you know, gonna cause them some sort of embarrassment? They don't want to, like, support you and then find out that you're a massive racist or something. Although I say that, you know, there are people who obviously are bad people who have been supported by game companies like Nick Merckx and people. I don't know how much they get supported now, but I assume there are, you know, people still probably do sponsor Nick Merckx or Dr. Disrespect or people like that, so I don't know. But yeah, I do think they care about integrity and they care about trust. I heard someone shoot over here, but I don't know where he is. Not long till we get to play Hightail now, Torbus. Not long. Although my patience is starting to wear thin with the Hightail people. I have to say, I know you're all in on that game and you love it. But I saw that post from the main guy behind it saying something along the lines of, we know it's a terrible idea to release the game in such an unfinished, unfun state. We know it would make more sense to give people a better first impression. That's a deer. But we're gonna do it anyway, as if like, yeah, rock and roll. And I'm a bit like, this is really dumb. Just wait. Just release it in March or April. Just release early access when it's actually a fun game. It's the one thing he promised, and it was a really dumb thing to promise. It was a really dumb thing to promise. I think it's a massive mistake, personally. Oh, I need those. Yeah, I think that's a massive mistake. If they release Hightail and it's crap, like it's just the version they released, because I think they've kind of said, they said something about, oh, it's like, we're hoping, the hope is that you'll play Hightail for a day. A tentacle? What the hell? I'm gonna drone that out of there, because I don't know what the hell that's about. A tentacle? They've said, oh, well, we really hope that you'll play the early access version for a day and think, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, I'll check that out when there's more to do. And that's a real, like, red flag for me, because I'm not interested in the modding side of it at all. I'm not, like, that's not for me. And so if, like, their hope is that I'll be able to, like, stream it once and have fun, and then have to wait, you know, weeks for there to be something else interesting. That's a kind of red flag to me. Well, that's the person who I'm going out for lunch with. It just came online to play Baldur's Gate, so I'm not running too late. That's good. But yeah, Hightail, I was really excited to like throw myself into a bit. Now I'm a bit more like, okay, maybe I'll have a look when it comes out, but I'm not going to worry about making serious content for it until it's already out. But then it's not new anymore and people won't care about it so much. I just think first impressions are so important. I'm sure it will have a dedicated following, but I think it's... Yeah, that's, if the building tools and modding is a big deal for you, I can understand that being big. And being able to get early access to that is obviously super important, so you can get started doing it. No Man's Sky is a good example, though. See, No Man's Sky is weird. You don't know my history of No Man's Sky, do you, Torbis? Sorry for people in chat who have heard this story 50 times. So, I didn't used to stream at all. Obviously, like everyone. That's a stupid thing to say. God, this gun's strong. I didn't used to stream at all. And then I ordered No Man's Sky from Shop2, which for anyone who's not in the UK, Shop2 is a website that used to be famous for sending games out early. Like, you'd nearly always get your games like a couple of days early. Nearly always. And so I ordered it from Shop2, and rather than getting it a couple of days early, I got No Man's Sky like a week early. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was literally like I got a copy of it on PlayStation a week early. And I decided to stream the game. So I decided to stream a bit of No Man's Sky. And for whatever reason, I don't even know why really, I decided to stream it on YouTube instead of Twitch. I've got no idea why I made that decision, but I did. And what they were doing, a few other people did get the game early, but everyone who was on Twitch who was streaming it got their streams shut down. And YouTube, I think as game streaming on YouTube was pretty new at the time, they didn't shut down the YouTube stream. And I was the only person streaming it. So I went, literally, my first few streams ever, I had 2,000-3,000 people watching. 2,000 or 3,000 concurrent viewers watching me play No Man's Sky. You know, I had a brand new YouTube channel, hadn't really streamed before, and my first taste of it was having 2,000 or 3,000 concurrent viewers. And because of that, you know, obviously I was making... I managed to get my channel monetized super quickly. I was getting, like, people donating bits of money here and there. I was making decent money, really. I was getting insane views. I was just streaming No Man's Sky, like, basically as much as I possibly could. And so, in the weekend before the game came out, I finished No Man's Sky. I got to the center of the universe, got to the center of the galaxy. As far as I know, I was the first person to complete No Man's Sky. At least the first person on stream, because everyone else's streams were shut down. So yeah, I was like the first person and had so many viewers and stuff. And then I had... Oh, this was all in like August, I think it was. Sometime around then. Then I had some sort of unfortunate luck. That like... Oh my god, look at this beast. That just after all of that happened, you know, suddenly getting loads of viewers, loads of hype built around the channel, streaming a brand new game, I had to go on holiday. Like, we had a holiday booked, you know, a big holiday that I was excited about. So we had a holiday. So I, you know, went from having loads of viewers, loads of attention, to suddenly I didn't stream or make any videos for 2 weeks. And it's not like I had loads of content built up ready to go because I hadn't planned for any of this. I didn't know this was all happening. So I went on holiday for 2 weeks. Then when I came back, my YouTube video had been... I didn't have a laptop or anything to take. So I hadn't been keeping up with everything really. Then I had a... ballistic fabric. That seems good. I'm gonna not just put that there. Then I came back and my YouTube channel had been banned. My YouTube channel had like 3 strikes. All from Sony. Because I'd been posting stuff about the game early. So I suddenly had... yeah, I suddenly had like 3 strikes, which was not great. What's this SLR? Take that magazine as well. Let's drop that. Grab that. Yeah, I had 3 strikes straight away from Sony. Which wasn't great. And so my YouTube channel was gone, basically. And luckily, at the time, there's a lot of weird coincidences in this story. Luckily, at the time, I happened to be working at a school where one of my bosses, her husband, used to work at IGN. And I'd done a bit of work with IGN, where I did this cool little project where I got IGN, because this is when I worked down in London. I got IGN to come into the school. A couple of their reviewers came into the school and brought in... It was kind of a combined thing with IGN and EA. They brought in a FIFA game that hadn't been released yet. And the kids got to play it for an afternoon or like a morning. And then they got to... so they got to play it for a morning, and then they had to write reviews of it, because I'm an English teacher, so that was the idea. So I was like, I got them to have a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be a video game reviewer. They got to play a new game before it came out, a game they're excited about because it's FIFA. And then they had to do a bit of writing about it. And then the reviewers from IGN had a look at them and, you know, gave them a bit of feedback. It was a cool little project. And while I was sorting it out, organizing it all, I had to... One day I went down to the IGN offices and we went out for some food together. We had lunch together and were organizing it all. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for me getting to go to the IGN offices. I got to meet loads of people at IGN, including this guy who was like an executive there. And anyway, he then left IGN because he got a job at Sony as an executive at Sony, working for PlayStation UK. And so now I actually knew someone who was an executive at Sony who had just shut down my bloody channel. So I emailed him and was like, hey, Rich, this just happened. I don't think I did anything wrong, because it's not like Sony gave me an early copy of the game. I just happened to get an early copy of the game from a shop. Can you, like, see if you can do anything about it? And he was like, oh yeah, leave it with me, I'll look into it. And he found out that what had happened was, it wasn't like an organized thing that my channel had been shut down. Solvent, I need one of those. It wasn't an organized thing. All that had happened was 3 separate lawyers working for Sony had all submitted strikes, because that was kind of their, you know, that's what they do. So 3 separate lawyers working for Sony had all submitted strikes at the same time from 3 different, like, you know, legal teams or legal companies that had worked for Sony. They all did it at the same time, and so it just was a coincidence that that's how many strikes you needed to get a channel taken down on YouTube, and so that's what happened. And so he was like, okay, I've spoken to, like, some of the people who coordinate the legal teams. They've said, yeah, if you just dispute it, don't worry, they won't take you to court or anything, and it'll all be fine. And that's what I did, and then I got my channel back. That was good. But by then, you know, like, the channel was pretty much... back then, I used to write, like, a blog reviewing games and stuff like that. And the channel was kind of attached to that, and I never got the viewership back because, you know, by then, this was like, by the time I got my channel back, this was like 3 weeks after, after No Man's Sky had come out, so people who had been wanting to watch No Man's Sky content were already switching over to other streamers and stuff, so I lost all of that, which was a real shame, but it gave me my first taste of streaming. I very much enjoyed it. It wasn't on this channel, it was on TP Review, which is my old channel. But yeah, it was crazy. Crazy time. And yeah, oh, anyway, going back to my... Going back to really what I wanted to say about it, is that I actually really enjoyed No Man's Sky when I was playing it before it had, you know, before it had released, before the day one patch even. I played a lot of No Man's Sky. I finished it, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I had a good time of it. I think part of the reason I enjoyed it more than a lot of people. Seems anything else I can get rid of? Not really. Go get rid of that and put that on. I think part of the reason I enjoyed it more than a lot of people is because I was excited about No Man's Sky from when I saw it announced at the Game Awards, when it was announced as like an indie game. You know, it was like Hello Games first game. This guy Sean Murray came to say like, this is the game he's making. And I thought it looked very cool, but I was very aware, you know, oh, this is an indie game. And then, you know, Sony bought it and Sony did the marketing for it, and they maybe made out that it was a much bigger game than it really was. And I think that's where a lot of the disappointment for people came from. When people thought that like, oh, this is a big new Sony game, then it seemed crap. But if you saw it from the perspective of it's... I think I just heard a crocodile. If you played it from the perspective of this is a little indie game, I thought it was great for that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've never really got into it, like, you know, because I finished it before it came out. I never really played it that much afterwards, and every now and then I try and get back into it because they've added so much, but I've never managed to. It's always now, like, people go on about how great it is, then I play it, and I'm like, now I see it as like, oh, this game that everyone says is amazing, I don't think it's that good. It's clunky. It's weird. Weirdly a bit soulless. But I'm excited about their next project. Their fantasy thing that they're building looks great. The Ninja Raid was a very different... The Ninja Raid was on this channel. So if anyone doesn't know about the Ninja Raid, I started this channel streaming Animal Crossing to like 3 people. I had to ask my sister-in-law to watch the channel so I could get 3 people so I could get affiliate. And yeah, I stream Animal Crossing, and then I started streaming, like, you know, Warzone when I did the Warzone Easter egg, and got a few more people watching. And then because I did Bunker 11 and made guides for that, that got a few more people watching. And so, and then during the Modern Warfare 2019 year, they would constantly release gunfight maps, and the gunfight maps always had an Easter egg on. So I had viewership from that, and I'd have like 17 or so people watching a lot of the time. 17 always seemed to be the number for whatever reason. And then Ninja, when he, after Mixer died and he rejoined, this is when I was streaming on Twitch, on this channel. Ninja, when he did his first stream back on Twitch, he was playing Call of Duty, and when he ended his stream, he was like, oh, I'm gonna like raid some random person. I'm gonna raid some nobody, small streamer. And he randomly saw my thing where I said I was searching for Easter eggs, and he clicked on that and he raided me with 32,000 people. So on my, like, one of my early streams on this channel, I went from 17 viewers to 32,000, which was a bit crazy. Just a bit. I didn't actually get that much from that. I got a few followers from that, but not as many as you would think. I reckon I got maybe 100 followers from that. I didn't get that many. But it was a fun story. I got quite a lot of money from that stream. I got a few £100s from that stream, which was nice. Just from running ads when everyone came in. It was so stressful though. I didn't know what to do, and I don't think I handled it very well. I messed it up. Like, you know, who's prepared to have suddenly 32,000 people in your stream? I didn't expect it, and I didn't handle it very well. You know, I was like running ads because people were saying to, and then people were like, oh, we can't see the chat, like put it in subscribe only mode. So I put it in subscribe only mode, partly thinking, oh, a load of people will subscribe so they can talk. And that was a massive mistake. I should have just embraced the chaos of it. But instead I did that, and that kind of killed a lot of like the excitement of it. And then I was playing with Name Gear, and Name Gear was like, oh, can you shout my channel out too? So then I was like telling people to go follow his channel, which meant obviously a load of people were like clicking away from the stream and stuff. And then because they'd just come on a raid, they couldn't get back to my channel. It was just a lot of like, I made a lot of mistakes all at once. And I remember going to sleep that night. I should have gone to sleep that night on an absolute high, being like so excited that that had happened. And instead, I was so stressed and angry with myself that night. I remember lying in bed and not being able to sleep, just being like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have done this. And there was one chat message that someone said, posted in it, that I saw even as the chat was flying by, where it said, you really fucked this up. And that just haunts me ever since, that how much I messed that opportunity up. It was a real shame. I don't think I ever would have got a lot out of it, because like, you know, Ninja's audience is obviously very different to my audience, but it was still very strange. You would have kept streaming until you literally fell asleep. I streamed for a while, but it was like, yeah, it was like the vibes were not super positive. It wasn't great. And like I said, it was stressful, and I was tired. And I think I probably had to go to work the next day. I was still teaching then, so I probably had to go to work the next day. What a stressful day that was. Right. Got those. What's the time? Do you know what time you want to go? Yeah. Like 1:45? Or do you want to go earlier? Okay. Yeah, I think so. We can go earlier if you want. Yeah, sure. Right, so I can research some stuff now. Oh, I got those cat pelts, that's good. And I got portable generators. That unlocks a generator for that, okay. That's gonna take 12 hours! Oh my god. That's so much. But, still. Not terrible. That's interesting. You can put extra pockets on it. Durable padding. Experimental durable padding and a weight mod. Nope. Not enough storage space. God damn it. I didn't even really know you could do all of that stuff. Right. What can I do ammo-wise? Do I have any 45 ACP left? Yeah, I do. Oh, I've got quite a lot actually, so I can restock all of this at least. That's good. That's all full. I need to sell a bunch of stuff here because this is ridiculous. I definitely need to sell so many things. Not enough space. Do I have any contracts or anything? No. How do you even get this? Sold in a general store. Sold in a general store. I'm just not high enough level. Right. Let's sell some stuff. Right. Incendiary grenades. Sell. 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 I'm just selling stuff that I'm not going to use realistically. And when I've got multiples of something. Let's sell these guns. Actually, I'll sell this one. Have I got stuff? Yeah, stuff that's just designed to be sold. Should definitely be sold. Polywater. Right, if I trade all of that in, I'm nearly up to 200,000 actually. Oh, I can sell those crystal pendants. Although I know actually you can swap those for something. Spec archive keys. I feel like I could sell those, but... Right, I've got some space anyway. So now hopefully I can do some modifications. Oh, you can spray it as well. I can make mine a bit more camo-y. That's quite nice. Is that a sentinel visor? What's that do? Oh, nothing really. You can get night vision goggles. That's kind of interesting. Can get night vision goggles. But we can't because... Spray it as well. Oh, that's already got extra stuff. I'm just putting, like, so much extra armor on, then I know I'm just gonna get shot by someone and die. Hemostatic fabric. What's that do? Does it just stop you? Oh, it makes you less likely to start bleeding. There we go. So that's all done. I still can't do any of this stuff because I need to research it. Oh, I've got this salvaging thing. Oh, my chemical thing. How much till I can make more root dissolve? I just need 2 acids. Okay. Well, let's go do one more raid. One more raid. One more raid. I haven't actually got in a fight with another player in this whole day, which I quite like. I quite like that you don't come across other players all that much, but I know some people, that's a bit of a sore point for them with this. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Pew, pew. How many people streaming this? Oh yeah, someone's got 930 viewers. Blimey. People are saying, there's people streaming this saying that there's drops on. There is not drops on. Lots of people streaming saying drops on. Lots of Russian people streaming it as well. Kind of interesting. I could have hunted players if I wanted to. I'd like you make the choice. Yeah, for sure. That's a nice part about it. It's like I could have really gone for them. I just, you know, I had a quick look at a couple of people, but then generally just avoided them. And that was fine. False advertising. I mean, to be fair, I said in my Twitch stream that I was going to be going for the boss because I thought I was going to be. But I'm not making progress as quickly as I'd thought. Because it's doing that thing where I need to wait for research. And like, when some of the research takes 13 hours, that's insane. It's clickbait title, streamers have permanent... Yeah, I know, hardcore. I know. Yeah. How are you? Oh, it's really nice weather here today. It's really sunny. It's good. Could be cold though. Right. I don't even know what I suppose I'm still trying to get acid in this. I'll try and get acid. I'll go back to depot. I've been enjoying going to depot. I don't know where the boss is. I assume headquarters, probably. But maybe treehouse? I don't know. I know it near somewhere around there. Maybe at Waterworks. Somewhere around there. I found a load of zombies. Which was a bit scary. Or like mutant. You presume the research carries on when you're offline? Yeah, for sure. It's midnight midnight there. You're living in the future. It's why you get games before us. Anyone got any games that they're excited about coming out anytime soon? I'm always interested to know. Not as if I don't have enough games to play right now. It's like right now I'm like torn between I want to play more Rue Valley, I want to play more Metroid Prime 4, I want to play Hytale Warrior, not Hytale Warriors, Hyrule Warriors. I want to play Borderlands 4, I want to finish that. I want to play this because it's on this weekend. You know, and it's not going to be on for a lot of it. Oh, I don't want to be here. And then I keep just finding myself playing Megabong all the time. You made it to Act 2 of Expedition 33. Nice. No spoilers, obviously. Don't say any spoilers, but it's quite a thing, isn't it, Act 1? I would say, not to put you off too much, I think Act 2 is the worst part of Expedition 33. I think the first act is really, really good. And the third act, I think the story stuff in it is really good. I think the second act is maybe, you know, it's a bit more of like, oh, you're just going around fighting stuff a lot. Which is less interesting to me. You still have no idea what you're doing with Pictos and Luminous and skills. My wife basically got through pretty much to the end of Act 2 and didn't know about Luminous. Which is kind of impressive because, like, it made the fight so much harder. Especially there's a couple of really hard fights in Act 2 that she just did without having anything to do with Luminous. But yeah, I don't know whether you want help with them or not hardcore, but basically, your Pictos you put on characters, and then after they've used them for a while, they will sort of unlock that ability to be used as a Luminous, and then you can put a different Pictos on them and move that Pictos to another character, and then use Luminous as like permanent passive upgrades that don't need Pictos. Oh, there's people here. Let's go try and get in a fight. You think story mode is carrying you hard? Yeah, there's no shame in that. I think the game is better off. God damn it. Oh my god, look at all this stuff that I've got. I didn't, oh no. I didn't, like, oh crap. I didn't take the stuff out of my equipment. Oh no. Right, I'm gonna put both those solvents on. And let's try and get some acid. Oh no. This isn't good. I've even got like a whole nother gun, so I can't pick up another gun. Oh no. This was a real mistake. Your vibe building characters, yeah. It's more the synergies. Yeah, I normally, basically the way I did it was really, I had like one character, I think Mael, set up to mostly use fire stuff. So things that would set things on fire and then things that would get bonuses when people were... when fighting someone who's on fire. I used Luna to heal mostly and build up towards having like one crazy powerful attack. There's one attack that she can do where it's like when you have one of each element and she can do this attack and it's like crazy strong. And then my other character was more of a kind of... Oh, that's a UMP magazine. Ooh. UMP magazine is a big deal. A big deal. Yay, my drone got out. Right, so at least I haven't lost 2 of the solvents. Yeah. Yeah, that attack she has where she has all the elements at once is, like, so strong. I know when I played it though, things were a little bit different. Like, I know they nerfed some of my L's crazy attacks. Because they were super overpowered. Feel like I just heard someone. There might be someone in the main building, I'm not sure. This game's going to be a lot harder once the lockpicks actually run out. Right now they don't ever run out. You can just use them as much as you want. Which obviously is not how it's meant to work. Right, I do want to go over to this building. Bit scared. But I want to find the acid. I really feel like I find this game so immersive. Like, so immersive. I can hear someone shooting in the distance. All these lights are just coming on. I don't know if they're just coming on or if they're just spawning in for me. Right, let's see what I can find. Yeah, like having Verso's stuff to yeah, just use his shooting is very strong. That sounds a little bit close. Doesn't it? Sounds like he's just firing a pistol or something though. Whoever that guy is. Right, I'm looking for acid. Acid. Oh, another one of those giant power. Oh, what's that? Top secret documents. Top secret? Well, that's got to be worth something. I'm definitely going to die doing this. I'm just wandering around with so much loot. Looks a bit like someone's already been here. Acid! That's what I need. Need a bunch of acid. 3 of them, I think. I don't need more solvent right now. It's a shame, because it's actually quite a lot of it. Acid. 1 more. Acid? No. So much stuff that I need here. Magnesium. Don't love the shots being that close, but it's fine. I mean, the more he's shooting, the better it is for me, because that means he's A, feeling very confident, and B, wasting his ammo. Which the best thing that I can hope for, really, is that he wastes all of his ammo. Although I think some people come into this game with like 20 magazines. Hey, I'm Bass, how's it going? I haven't spoken to you in a while. Right, we'll do this and then we'll get out. You know what, like, this is really say something, like, I've really enjoyed streaming this today, and I've barely even done anything. I've just wandered in and wandered around and looted. And I've had a great time. Probably because a lot of you lovely people have been talking as well, that helps. Right, I need 1 more acid. At least 1 more, actually, because I need a solvent, don't I? Actually, maybe I should pick up that solvent, because I do need it for if I don't make 2 of them. Maybe I should grab them as well. Let's see how much I can take. I can remember where I even found them. There's one in here, was that? Yeah. Right, let's drop those, put that in there. I'm just wandering around with so much solvent. And then there's another one there. Right, lots of solvent. Thought I heard a footstep. Yeah, I really like this game, Iron Bass. I'm having a great time with this. Although, I need 1 more acid and I don't have it. Where am I? Okay, I might need to get out. Very annoyed that I haven't found 1 more acid. But such is life. Look to see if there's any along the way. Hopefully no one throws a Molotov on me. I genuinely think if someone shot me right now, I would just dissolve. I'm full of so much solvent, it's insane. This looks all chemically. Solvent? I don't need that, I need more acid. Oh my god, that scared me. Squiz, thank you very much for the gifted. That's very kind of you. Thank you for nearly giving me a heart attack. Oh no, bugs, bugs, bugs. I don't have... Oh, I'm gonna just be poisoned now. Okay, I don't have... Okay, I've got a bit more ammo. I am just poisoned. I just have to live with the fact that I'm poisoned. Apparently I don't have any antidotes. Despite how much other stuff I have, I somehow don't have any antidotes. The near-death experience wasn't intentional. Yeah, sure. Okay, poison's gone. Don't you dare poison me again. I just got unpoisoned. Why is... I don't know why there was like a blue energy field in that cave. Just... There's some mysteries that I don't know the answers to. Alright, this is where I need to go to get out of my precious solvent. Don't know what that was, it just flashed up on my screen. That was a bit weird. I seem to be having some sort of graphical glitch. Right, let's get out of here, let's get out of here. Get my little submarine. I'd be so claustrophobic in one of these. I thought I was a person then, but it was just a deer. Well, today we extracted 100% of the time across 2.5 hours. No hackers. Didn't get shot by anyone. I also didn't kill anyone, but didn't get shot by anyone. That's pretty good, I think. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Run. Do do do. Do you think the camera's better like this, where it's a bit further out, or do you think it's better if I like... Do you think that's better? That's probably better, isn't it? I killed 9 bugs. I did kill a lot of bugs. Have there been issues with hackers? So in the first... Oh, no. In the first alpha last weekend there was. Where people would do this thing. Oh, root dissolver. I can make one. Yeah, so that's gonna take half an hour anyway. There we go. In the first one, there was this thing where I thought it was a bug, but you would spawn in and then immediately, like, you just wouldn't have any loot at all. And apparently it's because hackers had a way of just basically stealing all your stuff. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. Right, I don't have any antidotes anyway. I could just buy an antidote, to be honest. I think it's useful to have an antidote. There we go. We've got an antidote. Got some heals. That's pretty good. Well, these keys are actually, you know, running out a little bit. But all of that stuff sorted. Yeah, apparently it was a problem in Tarkov for a while, and then it's just like, I guess they've got a very similar thing working in this. Which is annoying. I see, I always forget about these. I could have been doing these. Although, I don't think I really want to go to the treehouse. Oh, there's this thing. I could do that weekly one. I need to find 3 ammonites and 2 trilobites to do it. That one. It's my little person. Can I customize this much? AI headset. I don't know if I ever unlocked much. I don't think I did really. Oh, I can put like camo on. Oh no, they've got the weird toe things. I definitely would. I would never use those. Freak me out. Horrible. There we go. Now I'm a camo guy. I don't know if that's better than whatever I was before, but that still looks pretty good. So I've got on 34 raids and I've killed 9. I've been killed 13 times. I've survived 21 raids. That's pretty good, I think. This character's been alive for 8 hours. Look at that. So when I got killed dead, does it say, oh yeah, killed by Shaki. Sad times. Then I killed a player. I haven't killed that many players, really. Out of my last 10, these are just my last 10 raids. I've killed 1 player and I've been killed by 1 player. That's not too bad. Profit ranking. Oh, you can see how much profit per hour you make. That's kind of interesting. Your PvP ranking. It doesn't really say. And then my extraction rank. My extraction rate is 58%. That seems worse, I thought, than what it feels like. It feels like I've done better than that, really. To me. Right, I kind of want my money to go over 200,000, so I'm gonna sell some stuff. Just basically to make my money go up. Time cubes. Can I use the time cubes for anything? No, it's just something to sell. Right, we're gonna sell the time cubes. Sell these gold watches. Sell some bee balm. So that's 4 grand. I need 8 grand worth of stuff. Oh, you can see when you look at stuff what can be, what stuff's used for, which is very, very useful. A tentacle. I can trade that tentacle for something. I don't want to think about that too much. That can be traded for something. That's required for a contract. Oh, yeah, I do have 1 root silver. I need more, though. Could sell that FX 2000, but I don't really want to. Got so many of these, but they're not really worth that much. These are worth quite a lot. I don't know what type of ammo that is, but apparently it's worth quite a lot. These are just pistol rounds, aren't they? See, that's not worth anything. What have I got that's actually worth something? Those aren't useful for anything. Those are needed for research. Those are required for a contract. So much of this stuff is used for something. Bees. I can sell all these bees, why not? Bug egg sack. Gyro compass. Oh, gyro compasses can't be used for anything. I can sell those. That's good. pH meter. No, that's required for something. I can sell these archive keys because I don't need anything from there anymore. All of this stuff is used for something, annoyingly. Yeah, all of that's used for stuff. Why is it so useful? Angle grinder I could sell. There we go. So now if I trade all of that, there we go. 201,000. That's a nice, like, little landmark sort of thing, isn't it? So that's gonna take... Oh, yeah, that's still got 11 hours to go before I can do that. And that's got 25 minutes. Yeah. So I'll just come back and do some of that stuff probably tomorrow morning. So thank you very much everyone who's been watching. I have had, like I said, a lovely time streaming today. That was a good one. And I don't forget to like the stream and stuff like that. Check out my video from yesterday if you want to see more. I have a very exciting game where I was playing in a squad with 2 of my friends. and we went all the way to the end of a match of Black Budget. That was really cool. So check that out if you want to see that. If not, I'll probably